Hi guys, this is Nora with One and Dealing with Willie 5 again, and I just wanted to show you my CVS haul for today. Now, what you see here is the Aveeno that I took back to correct. If you watched my last video, you know that I had gotten 3 of these Aveeno body washes and 1 of the shave gels on one of the transactions that I had done the other day. And I told you I was going to return the shave gel probably and replace it with another of the body washes, since that was the item that was tracking and not the shaving gel. So I did that today. I took back the shaving gel that I had with the other 3 body washes that you see there, and replaced it with another body wash. And I paid a couple of dollars out of pocket for the difference on it. The actual body wash at this particular CVS that I went to today, which is over where my mom and dad and my sister and everybody lives over on that side of the water, and I was over that way today when I took my nephew to work. And so I went to that CVS while I was over there, and their prices were a little bit higher. The body wash was like $7 and some change over there, where it was $6.99 at the store over here. So the guy saw that the body washes on my receipt were $6.99 at the other store, so he modified the price for me. And I just had to pay like a couple dollars off of my money card that I had to pay the difference for the body wash instead of the shaving gel that I had. And then I went ahead and got my $15 ECB off of the Aveeno deal, and that was done on my mom's card. Now, when it comes to this Lumene deal, I thought I was going to have this sucker down pat. And what happened is totally my fault, because I should have just turned and ran after I went up to the counter. What had actually happened is I went in the store and I saw that they had these items here that were in the around the $6 and $7 range. And so I decided to go ahead and do the Lumene deal. Now, I went into the store. I didn't have any 4 off of 20s. And I decided to do this on my card, even though I only had $2 in ECBs, because it was still going to work out if I had done it the right way. But the thing that caught me, though, was this Medicare Part D 20%, the shopping pass. Now, this is, to me, it's very misleading. It says, ask an associate to scan the barcode at the register and you'll receive a 20% off shopping pass. Now, I guess you can interpret that 2 different ways after reading it like that. I guess I could interpret it, 2 ways. But actually, what I was thinking was going to happen is when I gave this over to the cashier, is that they were immediately going to take off 20% off of the Lumene deal. Well, when I got up there, he rang up all these items, and I bought enough items here to get 2 of the $10 ECBs, and I did have the $4 coupons for the items, other than the little Lumene thing right there. I just got that as a filler to make it up to exactly $60, and it came to $60.31 once I added that little Lumene into the deal, even though the $4 off coupon doesn't apply to that. So what I did is I got 6 of the makeup removers, the smaller ones. Those were, check my receipt here real quick. They were $6.89 a piece. Then the wipes the Lumene wipes 25 count was $7.39. And then that little Lumene right there was $4.19, which is definitely higher than the other store, I think, because I think the other store is like $3.99 for that little tiny Lumene there. But anyway, my plan was sat down with my calculator and figured it all up on what I needed to get. So I got all these products to $60.31, which meant that I was going to get $20 back on the Lumene deal. Well, the way I figured it is I had a $5 off of 30 that I had sent to my card through my email. So I calculated that I was going to get, no, actually, I'll take that back. The original plan that I had, the $60.31 was the total. The 20% off of the $60.31, which I was going to hand this over to the cashier and assumed that that was going to come off, which would have been $12.06 off of the price, which would have brought it down to $48.25. Then I had the $5 off of 30 that was in my email that I was going to apply to it. Then I had the $4 coupons for the 8 items, which would have brought $32 off of the price, which would have come down to $11.25. Then I had a $2 ECB that I had, which would have brought the price down to $9.25. And then I had a money card that had $10.50 on it, and that which would have meant that I would have spent zero amount of money out of pocket. Well, that's not what happened. What actually happened was I got up there, and the total was $60.31. The guy asked me if I wanted to use the $5 off of 30 that I had in my email, and I said, yes, go ahead and do that. Then I handed in the 20% off pass, and he was as much confused as I was, but he said it came up as 0, and then he said that there was a notation on the computer or something that said that I was going to get a 20% off pass instead of getting it off at the end of my receipt, instead of getting it immediately off of the price of those items, these Lumene items. So at that point, he asked me, he said, do you still want to do the transaction? Well, stupid me, I said, yes, go ahead. And because I knew I was getting $20 back, and I had the $5 off of 30 coming off, and the 20% was like $12 and something. I said, well, I can go ahead and do that, you know. I don't know what I was thinking in my head, really. I mean, I was thinking, I guess 20% wasn't going to make that big of a difference, but it actually did. As far as money out of pocket. So I said, go ahead and do the deal, and he went ahead and went through with it. Then I gave him the $4 coupons, which was 8 of them, which was a total of $32 off, which brought the total down to $23.31. Then I gave him the $2 ECB that I had, and then which brought it down to $21.31. The tax was $2.77, which brought my total to $24.08. Now, and then I took off the $10.50 on the money card that I had, and I actually paid $13.58 or $13.58 out of pocket, which I should have never done at all. that 20% off pass actually does make a very big difference. So I should have just left my losses there, but I was so happy to find some of these smaller items, and I was scared that if I went back over to town here that I may not find them. So I guess that was probably what spurred me on to do the deal anyway. But I really didn't think I was going to end up paying that much more out of pocket. When you're up at the counter and you've got your plan in mind, and then one little thing doesn't work, then it can make a really big difference. But I didn't think it was going to make that big of a difference. So I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I paid $13.58 out of pocket and got back $20, which is not, it's still a money maker, but still, well, technically it's not really. I guess I paid $4.08 if you want to look at it, because I did use my money card that had $10.50 on it as well. So technically I guess I paid $24.08. And when I got back to $20, I only paid $4.08 for all the Lumene products. But it wasn't actually a money maker on my first transaction, but I actually did get a 20% off pass for the next time. So I'm debating on what to do with the Lumene, whether to take it back and just redo it. I'm not really sure, but I probably might scratch this one up to a loss, but I don't know what I'm going to do quite yet on this one. I just, that 20% off just threw me totally off. I just totally assumed that Medicare D pass was just going to come off right then and there. So that's what happens when you change your plan and don't stick to it. So I guess I learned my lesson on this one. I've learned my lesson on several before. I should know better by now. So, but that's actually what happened on these two deals. The Aveeno deal worked because I went and exchanged that last item and got my $15. But I'm going to say the Lumene deal was a bust for me on this one, because that 20% deal just screwed me up. But I do have a 20% off pass to complete the Lumene deals as well. I think I really learned my lesson on this one. Well, I'll be talking to you guys later. Okay, thanks for watching.